Oh, yeah. Hung up, but I'm already dressed. Chasing bag, not stress. Hoodie on, van warmed up slow. Phone in my hand, but God run the show. Whoa. People doubt me, man, that's cool. I don't live for approval, let faith rule. Some days hit hard like a ton of bricks, but blessings land right on time, God never miss. Rhyme grind mode, but I'm in God mode too. Moving smart, moving strong in everything I do. Every mile, every load, He's got in my way. Covered in favor, every single day. Grind mode, God mode. That's how I carry my soul on the road. Yeah, yeah. I've seen broke days, I've seen hard nights, but I learned how to walk by faith, not sight. Bills got paid when the word ran thin. Doors flew open, I ain't even standing. I'm driven by purpose, destiny's calling. I stand tall, even when the sky's falling. When the load gets heavy, I lean on grace. God's strength shows up, takes my place. No fear, no doubt, just trust in His plan. I'm not just hustling, I'm becoming that man, that woman. Oh, you can't lose when you move with the throne. Keep chasing goals. Strong in everything, yeah. Every down I go, He's got in my way. Covered in favor every single day. That's how I carry my soul on the road, on the road, on the road. I'm in grind mode. Every mile, every load, get in my way. Every single that's how I carry my soul on the road, 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 yeah.
What's good, fam? It's another beautiful Sunday, man. And I love these Sunday night lives because that's that one day a week your boy get to sit back, chill, relax, and chop it up with y'all. And I had a very eventful day, a good day, a great day, actually. Every day is great with your boy, especially when you wake up to see a new one. It's always a great day. I should say great weekend, great week, whatever you want to call it. It's been great. I hope everything been going great with y'all out there, fam. Because as usual, your boy been still doing a little research, a little reconnaissance, as you would say. Because I'm always about not just perfecting my skill, making my life better, making things better for my family, friends. Y'all are fam too, so making stuff better for y'all. That's why your boy was the test dummy for so long. But it just made me realize, because this, believe it or not, we were supposed to talk about something totally different today. We was going to dive right back into building businesses and talk business talk, because we like halfway through the I guess I'm saying lesson plan, but we about halfway through the year and the part we had scaled out for building a business. But the things that I keep seeing, like before I could even go further, we got to clear up certain things that I see people talking about doing, people that they say they're doing, the things that people are doing, and it got so much emotion tied to it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying to like put your emotions on the back burner and don't care, just be walking around with no feelings. But some things, sometimes we have to take a step back. You know how they say peel the onion? Well, that's kind of what we're gonna do tonight. We're gonna peel this onion a little bit because things we do in life is not always personal. Sometimes it's just business. And I say that because I don't want you to think business in the literal sense, like an actual business, even though that applies to what we're gonna talk about. But I've told you before, like your life is a business. Everything in your life is a business. Like, think about it. You got driver's license, that's a business thing. Marriage certificates, that's a business thing. Birth certificate, that's a business thing. Social Security is a filing taxes. Your life is a business too. But we take so much stuff personal that we don't peel back the layers on certain things to see how it affects not just our personal life, but how it affects our business as well. But we take it so personal that it hinders us in our personal life and in our business. But before we go into that, because, I like to holler at the fam, we're going to holler at the fam, and then we're going to use some examples, and then we're going to flip them examples around and talk about how in this transportation, because, I know most of the fam is transportation. We're going to talk about how those examples flip around and make sense in our business to kind of not necessarily, because you're going to be frustrated. There's going to be times you're going to complain about something going to come up, but to have a deeper understanding of where you're taking your business so that you don't get the personal stuff tied up into it. But let's holler at the fam first. Let's holler at the fam because y'all is in here. All I know is the little comment scroller going. What's going on? T is in the building. What's going on in ATL? I like that. Peace up, A-Town down. I see you out there. You out there with that steady grinding too. Yeah. What's going on, grind setters? That's T. I clicked on that again. I love it when y'all speak to each other. Hey, T, great weekend and ready for a great week to follow. Man, it's going to be an amazing week. I love it. What it do? Steady grinding. Nelson's in the building. Speaking of Nelson, the GOAT is what's going on? I love them quicks. I swear. I'm surprised y'all on. Y'all supposed to be doing something. Did y'all make it back home safe? I was just checking on y'all. Mr. Drive Time in the building. What's up, fam? Hope everyone is well and you're online. Welcome to the greatest place on earth, but I'm here, Mr. Drive Time. He got a rhyme for us every time. I love it. What's going on? Steady grinding, Miss T, the Mr. and Mrs. Quick, Mr. Nelson. I like that. Rob is in this thing. Them Carolina boys is back. Carolina be up in here deep. I need to just come out to Carolina and hang out with all y'all one day. Gotta holler at the pastor, Mr. Drive Time, T showing love. There go another Carolina back up in this thing. What's going on, Trailblazer? I like it. I actually love it. But yeah, let's get some examples going because your boy, that's the only way things make sense in my mind is when we talk in examples and flip them examples around. So I know by now. We've talked about it. You've seen it. I've seen it. Let's talk about what's going on and let's just say the world today. We can start in the United States. I see not just cargo van and transportation, but the influx because money is tight for a lot of individuals. People are having to find alternate ways to make the ends meet. That check the check, make it neat. And sometimes when you're doing and buying groceries, paying rent, paying insurance, car notes, all that great jazz, it can get tight and it can have you start pointing fingers and you get frustrated and mad at people. And again, everybody's life is different. This is no judgment zone here. Your boy. We just want to talk through different scenarios for yourself. And for those that you might be mentoring, teaching, whether it's kids, nieces, nephews, all that great jazz. So when I see all the stuff that I see, that you see, when people having problems with, I just said finances, the first thing I peel back that onion and say, how did we get here? Because I know everybody had different upbringings. Some people had rough upbringings where they just had to figure out life as they go. They didn't have mentors, parents doing the best they can, or in some cases not, because we're not going to make it seem like everybody just had these amazing parents, but we got to look at all spectrums of how do we get here and making it personal into business. And so some went to college, some got those degrees, some got those certifications, some got those trades. Some people just were blessed and they came with the silver spoon. The money was already there. So they look at life differently. But either way it go, it personally affects that individual, whoever that is, in that moment. Now, the problem with that is it starts, like I said, causing people to point fingers. So let's start with one that I've seen recently. The price, and the only reason I've seen recently because y'all know my wife, the child care whisperer. And so we can see somebody say, hey, the price of child care is too high. And in some cases, I agree with you. But let's peel back that onion. When people say companies don't pay enough, a minimum wage is not enough to live on, then I have to say, does that daycare owner raise the prices of the child care so that they can make sure their workers get paid more so that they can survive and live? Because, yeah, you go to work, you want a survivable wage, but somebody has to watch your kids. And in order to watch your kids, you got to pay more over here. And that means the workers get paid more. So what does that do? It starts the ripple effect. Since you're paying more at your daycare for your child care, now you're asking your job for a raise. So that means your bosses have to turn around and say, we need a raise. Say you work at a grocery store. Now your boss has to pay you more for groceries, but hey, we still got to fulfill the needs of the customer in these grocery stores to get the product to them. So what does that do? It starts a ripple effect. Okay, grocery store needs to get paid more. The farmers want to get paid more. The workers at the farm want to get paid more, and the farmers have to pay the workers of the farm more. Prices of everything just slowly start going up because they're trying to match each other. And again, it's not personal. It's just business. It's the revolving circle. That circle we talk about, I don't know how we always come back to a circle, but it's a revolving circle. You want more? That means somebody has to pay more. Somebody has to pay more. Something has to come out of another pot of money, and it just keeps ripple effecting. And you just get frustrated by it because, hey, how do you stop this? Especially now, in your case, you're running a business. Now, let's look at it from the business perspective. We got cargo vans, box trucks, big rigs, all that great jazz. All of a sudden, now if we go from the bottom to the top, let's go from the bottom to the top and back down. I'm a driver. I'm moving freight. I call a broker. The broker, I need this much money. The broker, that company that they work for, they have to make some money. So then they have to charge the customer more money. Charge the customer more money. The customer has to charge whoever their customer. Say you're doing final mile delivery for clothes and all that. That means that owner of that clothing store now has to raise those prices on the customer so that the customer now has to foot the bill to make sure the workers will get paid. So then that customer asks for more money, and then it turns back around and it is in your pocket again. This is why you're asking for more money. It's not personal. It's just business. And this is where the emotions come in. I just heard, because y'all know everything that I do in Grind Setters when we talk about certain things, I also teach my family and talk to my family, especially my kids. I just was listening to my kids talk about what they would need if they wanted to have, they had enough money and just to be able to, now granted, they're in their 20s. They say for the next 60 years, never work again, how much money would they need? I guess without working. I don't know. They didn't bring that part of the conversation up. And so one says 10 mil, another one says 12 to 15 mil. I'm just listening. Because I like to listen to them talk through it. But in order for them to make that money, they got to get it from somewhere, and they have to do some type of product or service or work a job to get it. But they did not mention what skill set they're going to use. They did not mention what degree, which one of the degrees they got going to use. They didn't mention what certifications they're going to use. They didn't mention none of that. So I'm asking you, because it's not personal, it's just business. What skill set or what degree, and I'll let y'all answer that in the comments, and we'll bring that up. What skill set, what degree, what job, whether it's 9 to 5 or entrepreneurship, do you think can make it where you're, one, making money to survive, and also, two, at the same time paying you enough that you got 10 mil at the end of 60 years or over 60 years, retired 60 years? Tell me the job that you think. I'm going to let y'all put that in the description. I know the timing on the live, I'm a few seconds ahead of y'all, so I'm going to give y'all a moment to type them comments. What job do you think will pay you that type of money? So that you, because as my kids say, we're going to go with the 10 mil so that they can have that 10 mil at the end. Again, Any answer is good. There's no such thing as a wrong answer. I just want to see if y'all brain is breaking this down like I'm breaking it down, because I want people to understand that it's not personal. It's just business. Because you can't grow your business if you're going to continue to take everything personal, which I see when I hear people argue about rates. How much the broker's supposed to pay. We need broker, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that these people are wrong. A lot of stuff I agree with them as well. We need broker transparency. How much is the broker making? Because the broker's doing this. But remember, it's a broker's company. The broker normally doesn't own everything. They work for a company which has to pay their Wi-Fi bills, which has to pay their employees, have to pay the building or the computer or the software or whatever that they're using. They have to print out papers. They have to, you know what I'm saying? They have bills inside of their broker's firm, which means they got to make some money too. They're a middleman. We know, I know, just like you, we do the driving. What does the broker do? You don't know what the broker do. Think about it. Before you even got in this game, you didn't know what the driver, the carrier, the owner operator, you didn't even know what the owner operator did. I learned a lot when I was doing it, but still, what's that job that you can do, or skill, college degree, whatever, that's going to get you 10 mil a year? I want y'all to put that in the comments, because that's going to tell me exactly if I'm going crazy, if I'm looking at it too business, or maybe I'm not taking it personal enough. Maybe y'all see it personally different. Let me see. BSA. Now, I already know who typing. I'm going. BSA and CFO. Okay. What else we got? Oh, y'all talking about something else. All right, I'm gonna come back over there in a second. But yeah, with those careers, because one of them that I thought about was an athlete, say a basketball player, NFL player, something like that, and they make millions. But the problem with that is, because remember, it's just business, and they get traded, they get moved around no matter how much they love a city. And I've heard people do that complaint. Why does athletes make so much? And it's like, because we're buying their jersey, we're buying the tickets, we're buying all the different stuff that we turn back around and tell our bosses we need a raise for because of the stuff that we're buying. Not saying you don't need it, because you deserve entertainment. But when I'm looking at it's not personal, it's business. We find a way to spend money on the things that we want. But then when it's time to spend it on the things we need, we complain. Let's be honest. I got a cargo van just like y'all. And boy, when it comes time to do maintenance, I complain just like the rest of y'all. Chip just got a new pair of shoes. Cost hundreds of dollars. But I wasn't mad when the money was coming in and y'all seen your boy. I was not eating good. But I get mad when it's time to do that business part, because I want to spend all my money on the personal part. That's what my kids want to do. That's what they was coming up with the 10. And because the numbers they were saying as if they were single. And I'm like, that's if you single, but if you have a family, in my mind, if you say 10 million as a single young man, because that's how I got boys, that means if you had a wife, that need 10 mil, that go 20 mil. You add a kid up to a certain point, you need enough money to take care of the kids. So let's just say 20 plus mil. And it's like, what job are you going to do? And it's crazy as I'm saying that. Steady grind and say artist, entertainer. That could be rapper, that could be movie star, that could be all of the above. But then again, you got to go back to peeling those onions again, because those artists and entertainers, they got business to handle too. They gotta, let's pick one. I'm gonna use one. I'm gonna use two. Let's use one. Let's say, who's hot right now? Let's say Chris Brown. Chris Brown makes a certain amount of money, because it's just business. Remember, just business. Chris Brown makes a certain amount of money, but at the same time, Chris Brown can't live in your local neighborhood right around the corner, because then people always be harassing them, bothering them, breaking and entering, all kinds of stuff. So what happens? It's not personal, it's business. He has to go move in a certain place. He has to pay a certain type of housing allowance, wherever house he had, a certain type of security. He can't just live somewhere just in an ungated community or without security at the door. He has to pay for a security when he goes out. He has to always pay for, let's say, an image consultant. You got to pay for certain things, got to pay for certain insurance to protect itself. I remember some people, I've seen it put insurance on their feet, insurance on their legs, insurance on their hands if they that type of artist. But he has to pay things that business-wise that doesn't go with the personal side of his life. Now, don't get me wrong, the glitz and glamour look good when we're watching it from the screen, but nobody thinks about the behind the scenes, what they have to do that's not personal, but it's business. And we're talking about the money. Like I just said, we want the cargo van, we want the transportation, we want box trucks. The money looks good, and people always say, well, you tell us the gross profit, what's the net? That's the part right there that gets everybody. Everybody just thinks of the number, but doesn't calculate the business. It's not personal, though. It's just business. So when I hear people complaining, and grind setters, I don't want y'all to get ahead because I'm trying to, it sounds crazy. I'm splitting what we talk about, what I'm talking about on here. When people tell me their numbers and what they're trying to do numbers wise, their numbers are off because they're only thinking about the personal. They're not thinking about the business. And that's where people run into problems. Now I'm gonna go to the fam and holler at the fam in the comments because of the simple fact we finna twist this because I need y'all to stop thinking it's not personal, it's just business. And I want you to flip that around and say it's not business, it's just personal. I'll explain that in a minute. Let's see where we stopped off at. Oh, fam was still talking to each other. What's going on? Slick and Trailblazer. We've got done with the wedding. Now resting, watching our fam. Now, I'm glad y'all got back safe. What's up to the Quicks? How's everyone doing? What's up, T-Dub? What's going on? You new here, fam? Welcome. Welcome. We glad you're here. We're going to keep building over here. Let's see. What's up, Drive Time? I'm catching back up. Howdy, Mr. Tim. Welcome again. Shalom, BG. Question. What type of roadside assistance should we be looking into as an owner-operators OTR? I do not remember. It's a bunch of them. You know, you got the AAA, you got all that stuff. You got some roadside assistance is included in your insurance. That's one of those things you should ask your insurance agent, whether it's Geico, Progressive, whoever you insurance with, they have it. I know Geico has roadside assistance built in, but I can't remember the name. So my dad put me on. He gave me his agent. It's an insurance agency. I'm gonna have to look it up and get back with y'all because I can't think. I'm drawing a blank. It's an insurance company where you pay. The price was $150 or $250. I paid it a while ago for the year. And if something goes wrong, they will take you and your vehicle anywhere you want to go within a 250-mile radius. Yeah. So it doesn't matter where you break down it. They'll pick you up 250-mile radius. They'll take you where you want to go. And it's also shareable. You can share it with your family members and all that. I think you get like 3 shares a year, something like that, where outside of yourself, if somebody you know, loved one, wife, husband, spouse, kids, something happened, you can get them taken care of as well. But I can't remember the name. But yeah, AAA, Geico, all those different kinds. Your insurance company has it built in. You might pay a couple extra dollars, but that's something you can find out from your insurance company. Get the AAA package. Outside of that, find you a good company aftermarket warranty that will cover your van. Agreed. Awesome answer. Thanks. Yep. That's agreed. What's up, fam? AAA covers, commercial vehicles. Politicians are crooks. So it's funny. I don't know if y'all seen recently a politician. I forgot the name of the guy. He was on a press conference and he was saying, I think it's $250,000 a year. He was talking about how that's not that with everything going on in the world, gas prices, all the stuff going on. And he's like, it's hard for them to survive too. They're struggling to live too. And I seen the comments, and everybody was like, if I made $250,000 a year, that wouldn't be nothing. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't agree with a lot of political stuff. I just don't go down that road because that can spiral and open up a whole bunch of stuff. Because that's my political beliefs. You got your political beliefs. I ain't trying to push them on nobody. But when he said it, I just was laughing because of 2 reasons. One, for him, it's like, hey, you sitting in the room with the people that's voting for some of the stuff that's happening. You know, you can vote differently so that it doesn't impact you. You're controlling the vote. That's like me looking at my kids and I'm saying, I'm complaining about what we eating for dinner. And my kids looking at me like, you the one went to the grocery store and bought the groceries. The politician complaining, I'm sorry, it blows my mind. But on the other side, because it's not personal, it's business. When I listen to the people talk about it, Because again, that person part of the group of people that make the votes. The people saying, 250, you should make it work. And it goes back to that Chris Brown scenario. They can't live in the same neighborhood around the corner. Some people, think about some of these politicians. If people found out they was their next door neighbor, oh my goodness, it would not be good. They got to live in certain places. They got to have certain security, because you don't, not just the security part for the regular everyday person, but think about the compromises for national security that can happen if the wrong people got a hold of them. But we're not going to go there because we all feel certain types of way about if they're compromised, how they do business now. I'm not going down that route. But yes, those are people that make certain types of money, and it's that ripple effect again. Because, again, like I said, security. Then the second one, they kids can't go to the regular school our kids go to. They have to go somewhere separate. They have to have a different level of security around them at all times. Not that I'm not taking up for none of these individuals. I'm just trying to show that it's not personal. It's just business. Stick to that. Don't go too far from that. But it's just to show, like, what some people, okay, I'm going to use myself. I'm going to stop right quick so I can use myself. The way I grew up, as many of you and y'all can, we grew up in, let's just say, some of us, not the just best of neighborhoods. But throughout life, whether it's certificates, graduates, getting degrees, whether you get certain certification, trade, whatever, military for some of us, our life, as you're supposed to go, you want to get better and better at life. As me and my family got better and better at life, it's certain things you become accustomed to. It's certain things that you get exposed to. And again, this is not, I want everybody to win. So I'm just using, for example, you start buying different vehicles. You start wearing different types of clothes, your lifestyle changes. Certain lifestyles, if I picked it up and put it in certain neighborhoods across, pick anywhere in America, you understand, then I will put me as the person, the head of my household, I will put me and my family in danger for the type of lifestyle we possibly live if I put us in the wrong places. Now, don't get me wrong. Those wrong places don't necessarily mean that everybody there is bad. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there are certain areas that you just don't live in because of your lifestyle or whatever you want to use. So that goes back to what we were saying about politicians, crooks, Chris Brown. You pick a famous person. LeBron James just can't stay next door to everybody because he'll spend all the time paparazzi. So that's what I'm saying. It's not personal. It's not business. It's just business. It's not that somebody thinks they're better than you. It's just business because your life is a business. Those individuals I just named, their life is a business. I know some people that aren't even on their level, but their name is already a business name. Because I tell you all the time, make yourself a business. If you do your trust and all that, if you do your executive part of your life, the trust, wills, all that, trust funds and all that stuff, you're probably going to name it after yourself, your family last name, your last name of some sort. That means you just became a business. So it all depends on how you look at it, but it's not personal. It's just business. But then let me finish up these comments and we're going to flip back around because I want you to understand that it's not business. It's just personal side. Also, for most, the more you make, the more you'll spend. Agreed. That's the Nelson. I'm gonna have to come back to you because that you got ahead. That's the part about the it's not business. It's just personal. Do you like my president? Do like my president and sue the government for taking my taxes? I can make about $2 million. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm starting to see a trend. We watch the news. We research certain things. Don't worry, we're gonna spin this too. Because again, I want you to direct your research. They talking about Nelson 100. Don't worry, Nelson. I'm coming back to that comment. Is your vehicle in your company name? They're asking, is your vehicle in your company name or your name? Yes, please explain, BG. I'm coming back. I'm gonna flip that back around. What's up, Daniel? What's going on? What's going on, Green? What's going on, Green? All right, so let's go back up to Nelson because now we're finna flip this around to what I was saying because we've been talking about it's not personal, it's just business. But the problem with it is, if you watch the people that talk online, how we cracking the jokes about the president when Mr. Drive Time just said the president sue the government taking my taxes, I can't make $2 million. It goes back to what Nelson just said. Also, for most people, the more you make, the more you will spend. That's because instead of it's not personal, it's just business. We turned it around into it's not business, it's just personal. What I mean by that, we don't look at our business as a business. We don't look at our life like a business. Everything has become personal. So whenever you get money, you think I got to keep spending money. You don't put none away for something as simple as life insurance. Because you remember, you're thinking personal. You're thinking it's just personal. I want to have this good time. I deserve to have this good time. I don't like delayed gratification. It's not business. I'm here to tell you, your life is a business. If you don't believe me, and y'all probably already know this, let somebody have money and they pass away and they don't have their personal life structured correctly, like the business, which their life is a business, and watch how fast your family has to fight either over the stuff that your assets, money, whatever, or watch how fast the government gets a hold of it and they gonna pay lawyers and split money, and you're gonna have less money than what happened before you passed away and you left your family more. I'll give you some examples. Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman, gone too soon, gone when God called him home, but his family had to deal with a lot of court issues because it was just personal. It's not business. Even though he was in the business, the industry, movies and all that, he didn't set his life up according to business. He set it up as personal. Nothing wrong. Everybody don't know. We all learn. We all grow. But his family had to go through certain things to maintain some of his money and assets so that they can survive and live, because he was one of the breadwinners for the family. But that's what happens. We just looking like, hey, it's not business. It's just personal. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying life. One of the things we talk about in Grind Setters, when we broke down what numbers you need and how you need to survive, we did all that. And when you start looking back on where your assets need to go, because you want to live a life of it's just personal, no delayed gratification. What's so hard about it when you start breaking it down? What's so hard about that? It ranges to, let's just say $100. $100 a month for a life insurance policy to make sure you're treating your life like a business, because you are an asset. We see everything else like an asset. Because we already talked about it. How do we insure our van? How do we get AAA coverage? We talk about these things all the time. But you are the biggest asset inside of the whole business, but you're treating yourself like a personal just fun toy. Like you don't care about yourself. You're not treating it like a business. And so what? You don't have insurance on yourself. That's like van insurance. We talk about AAA coverage, but what does your health coverage look like? If something goes wrong with your health, can you go to the doctor? And remember, different types of health coverage. Got health coverage, dental coverage, vision coverage. It's all different types. And it goes back to what we were saying about those certain, I've known people that, not personally, but I've read and did the research where certain dancers, because they know their life is a business, they got insurance on their legs. I've seen athletes that play college football put insurance on themselves in college because they know if something goes wrong in college, I need to be insured. I've seen this. NFL does it. Every pro athlete has some type of insurance on themselves, except the everyday business owner like us, because we're treating everything personal and not like a business. That's what I mean when I say it's not a business. It's just personal. You're not treating yourself as a business, which causes, when I look online, when people are complaining, and the first thing you hear is, like I said, the circle, first thing you hear is, well, we got to pay for this, and I got to pay for this, and I got to pay for this. But none of that stuff that they name has anything to do with them as a business or as their business as a business. I'm going to go to the comments because I know y'all over here going, and we going to come back. They talk about Mr. Dry Time. Hey. We need the name of a tow place. Shareables, yes, please. I got you. I got you. I'm gonna get that information. Everybody's talking, speaking. I love it. Company LLC name. I'm confused. Did I miss something? Yes. Okay. Y'all talk. Okay. You're talking about when they said it's the company, is the vehicle in the company's name. All right, I'm catching up. I'm brain all over the place. Ain't nothing like saying how much your family love you, like when somebody died and money is involved. But again, that goes back to what I'm saying. Somebody passes away and money is involved, it would not be an issue if you already were treating yourself like a business. the Grahams. We're a business. Now, don't get me wrong. We have different sub names and LLC names, holding company type of stuff, but we're a business. And I'm trying to get y'all to understand. And again, let me. I know y'all are probably saying, "Well, BG, what do we do about this?" Let's talk about this. It's something as simple as this comment right here. Company LLC name. The structure yourself as a business is no different than structuring. Again, I'm saying it's no different than structuring a business like the cargo van or some your transportation company as a business. Of course, get with lawyers, get with somebody like that can walk you through the process of wills and trust and all that versus revocable versus irrevocable, like the different ones. I be having to look at them all the time because my brain switches them up every time. But it's something as simple as the same way you pay for that LLC for your transportation business. You do the same thing over here. You separate yourself because you're a business. Don't worry. Matter of fact, we might start talking about that. Them videos was for next year, but I might have to start bringing it up earlier since everybody, some people are ready for that step. What's going on, Mrs. Wash? But hey, First Lady. Tina Turner had insurance on her legs. The guy that used to announce the boxing match had insurance on his throat. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I know y'all probably saw the title of this live and was like, what in the world are you talking about? It's not personal. It's just business. This is what I mean. We get the generic insurance on our vans and we think that's the end of the day. I'm going to use my dad in this instance. Without going into numbers and coverage, my dad has insurance on that truck that he drives, because my dad drives big rigs, but he also has a whole separate insurance that's on him for driving the truck. So if something happens inside that truck, yes, the truck pays out something, but something also pays out for him for driving that truck because he's the one driving the truck. It's totally separate than life insurance. The dude has like 4 or 5 insurance policies, but it's different than life insurance. It's different than the insurance you put on the truck because vehicles pay you from accidents and stuff. You know that. But it's a whole separate thing. Why? Because he is the person. He is the business that drives that truck. The same way we talked about Tina Turner. Tina Turner, big wheels keep on turning. That dance ain't happening unless Tina putting her body on the line. That let's get ready to rumble. That don't happen and become a thing unless that guy's throat it. Something go wrong. He can't, let's get ready to rumble. That don't work no more. He had to insure his business asset, which was that throat. That sounds crazy, but Tina Turner had to insure that business asset, which was her legs. You have to insure that business asset inside of your transportation trucking business, and that's you. Even if you start with the basic life insurance, because we'll get into all that other stuff later, because it's also business insurance. It's separate. The same way people do gig apps. I told this before, but if you do gig apps, according to what's written in the statement, you're supposed to have some type of commercial insurance because you're doing gig app. But that's a whole nother story. You're getting where I'm going with this. It's not business. It's just personal. And I need you to, because that's how we know the saying, because it came from the Godfather movie. I watch movies. Y'all know that. It's not personal. It's just business that came from the Godfather movie, like in the 70s or something like that. But we live our life, the everyday person. Now I want you to start thinking when you scroll and you see YouTube videos, see social media, or just listen to people talk, you are just as guilty as me. Think about yourself. We all carry our life as though it's not personal. It's just business because we don't see ourselves as a business. We only see ourselves, as Nelson said, making money and spending money. Every time you get a raise, you spend more money. You get a bigger house. You get a nicer car. You keep going up. And again, I'm not saying you're not supposed to enjoy some of your perks, but think about the business. When you get so many lows, what do they say? Put the money back into the business. When you get a raise, do you put that money back into your household? Does it go back into your trust fund? Does it go back into your insurance? Not just on your business or on your life, but on you as the asset that's making the money. Because it has to turn around from being personal to being business. It's not just business, it's personal. That's how you live your life. And I want you to start living your life of it's not personal, it's just business. Yes, I'm gonna give you an example. When you want to take a vacation, I know some people can just go book a flight tomorrow and hop on the plane. But for the everyday person, when you want to take a vacation, what do? You save money. You put money to the side. You're making money. You're putting it back because you're treating your life. That's an example of treating your life like a business. You're putting money into the side. So when you take that vacation, you can have a great time. All that I'm telling you to do is put that money into those different pots. We hear people say high yield savings. What about investments? What about your insurance policy? What about your universal index life insurance, UIL, ILU? I just said that backwards. Universal index life insurance, yeah, UIL. I mess it up all the time. Forgive me. Or putting money in the trust, updating your will, a living will. Like those are the things that you turn yourself into a business versus just always focus on the personal. Because when something happens, a van breakdown, you didn't put it in your business. Your health goes down. Now the family's struggling because you didn't put that money away because you treated it like personal, just fun money all the time. These are the complaints because we see everything going on in the world. And it's not always money. I don't want y'all to think that. I'm big on investing in yourself because remember, you're a business. We know the generic ones. Invest in yourself. Go to college. Invest in yourself. Get an education. Invest in yourself. Get a trade. We've seen people that are in jobs and they got to get more certifications so they can get the raise. They're investing in themselves. But for some reason, along the lines, after we finish school, trade, all that great jazz, and we're out in the free world as adults, we stop investing in ourselves. And investing in yourself is making sure you're good so that the people that come behind you are good. And that way, and again, I'm not knocking nobody. It's just what I observed. That way you're not on there talking about, well, I got to pay this much for childcare. And then childcare happens and I got to pay this, get this much raise because now the daycare owner has to pay the childcare. Now I got to get a job raise at my job to pay the childcare. And then the owner of that company has to start charging the customers for their products more and more and more. The same way in this cargo van industry, when the gas prices shot up and everybody was complaining. And I'm not saying I'm the only one because I know other people were saying it. But BG was telling y'all 2 years ago, treat it. It's not personal. It's just business. But y'all were treating it like it's not business. It's just personal. And I was saying, don't ball out on the cargo van bag because things are going to inflate. You can't run from that. But when them gas prices shot up, I wasn't the only one. It was some of us out here just still boop, 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 boop. Oh, it went up. Yeah, we still got gas in the gas fund. Let me just tweak my number so I can keep adding to the gas. Because best believe when the rates went up and I started charging more per mile, it just kept going to the gas fund. Never stopped because I was already prepared for that. History dictates it. And history's dictating that what we got going on right now, it's going to be something else 5 years from now, something else 10 years from now. But if you keep treating your life like it's personal versus a business, you're going to keep running into the wall over and over. I'm going to go to the comments because I know y'all over here cooking and I don't want to miss nothing. I have insurance on Mr. Quick gas pedal foot. Hey, you can't mess up that right leg, so don't be out there kicking nobody, Mr. Quick, because Mr. Quick is quick to put his foot. Let's see what's the next one. This is great, hitting the nail on the head. Oh, okay. I'll be having to add. That's why I go to comments, because sometimes in my mind, BG, y'all know me, I'll squirrel in a minute, and I got to make sure it makes sense. I've seen some of the greatest fights after a funeral. I have too. I bet they wanted the house, Aunt John. And John wanted the shoes. Uncle Leon wanted the socks. Oh, never mind. No, it ain't no never mind. My driver. So in my family, as you know, all the men, I don't even know how I retired and ended up in this van. Maybe it was destiny. So my uncle drove for the city of Houston. Flawless record. One day I'm gonna have to share that with y'all. Flawless record for over 30-some years. No accidents, no incidents, got all types of awards and all this great stuff. 3 months before retirement, passed away. Now he's the driver. My daddy might drive trucks, but my daddy's a motorcycle driver. That boy gonna have to, he ain't in that truck, he's on 2 wheels. My daddy is cruiser. My other uncle, the baby brother, one of the second before the baby brother, He's real laid back. He don't get into conflict, don't do none of that stuff. Been handling his business, owning business for years. He's Ryder. And me, because of the cargo van, I got nicknamed like the movie Knight Rider Kit. I got nicknamed Knight Rider because your boy, since I was before in this cargo van, even when I was in the military, I'm a night rider. So when my uncle passed away 3 months shy of retirement, because I learned from other people, he invested in himself as the business, but he didn't fully secure it. And so when things started happening, people was, I needed shoes, I need this. They was doing the exact same thing you talking about. The only thing that held up was that life insurance. Held up real good. But that other stuff, the other assets weren't locked down the way they should be, and things happened and people was arguing about them. So yes, you got to start doing that. Treat your life like a business. If I got insurance on my legs, I want to know how much I get. I'm not telling you because I'm not telling you. Go talk to your insurance agent. They offer commercial roadside. Yep, they still talk. They got the AAA thing. It's called supplemental insurance. Yep, they talking about the end. Yep. Affleck is a supplemental. So this is simple stuff. It sounds crazy, but if you didn't know, and I didn't know all this. I had to go down rabbit holes. I'm just sharing with you what I learned from watching other people go through stuff. Because I'm the type of way where my brain works. When I saw what happened to my uncle and all his assets, I had to go like figure out some things. Like what is going on? Why is this happening like this? How do I secure my family so that don't happen with us? So you see what I'm saying? Like it's just how it is. Invest in a strong, trustworthy community. Oh man, I love y'all. What would a solid expense metric? Hold on, let me see. What would a solid expense metric to utilize? COL, CPM, DTI combined with that in mind. Are you asking me what will be? Can you elaborate on that question a little more? I see you put using 5K as example. What will be a solid expense metric to use? COL. Okay. Oh, I think okay. I had to put. You just used the 5K debt to income ratio. So remember, and everybody's different. Everybody's different. You see, I say in the video all the time when I say I know people do the 60-20-20 rule. I've seen people do the 40-40-20 rule. I've seen different ones. And so remember in the cargo van, I just say if CPM, I've used this example, your CPM is 35 cents. Yeah, because we were talking about $1 a mile, trying to get $1 a mile. If your CPM is 35 cents and your COL, cost of living, is 35 cents, that's 70 cents. You get $1. That means after you clear paying your cost of living, your bills, after you finish paying the CPM, your business, you got 30 cents left over. That debt to income ratio for that particular thing is a 35-35-30. So it all depends on your lifestyle and how you're trying to live your life. If I use myself for an example, I was about to say I'd use 100 to 0, but oh man, we live off one set of money and the other set of money just goes. How the best way to say this? Because it's something me and my wife are working on now. We haven't done it yet. And so when I do it, I'm going to tell you. But right now, we live off a certain percent, like right at 50, 60, and the rest is whatever. That's why I said about the cargo van money, whatever. But that's just our lifestyle. It changes for different ones. We're working on a new one. And when I finish that new one, because again, I'm learning like y'all. I just share what I learned. When I see how that works, then I'll tell you my exact percentage of how I'm doing it. But some people 35, 35, 30. And when I say that, I want you, because remember, we talk systems a lot. Inside of each one of those that you name, cost of living, cost per mile, and debt to income ratio, there's systems inside of that. So, for example, your cost of living, as you set up, because we're a business, cost of living, you should have a certain amount that goes to, I don't know, your house, certain amount that goes for your cars. That includes car notes and insurance. It should be a certain amount that goes to your insurance, your health insurance, and all. Depends on how you want to do it. But I say if you're family members, because it's different ones. I'm going to tell you both. It should be one side that's set away for your groceries, and then it should be some set aside for your like savings and all that. But when we're talking about now, you would have that extra pot that's set aside to go towards making yourself the business, whether that's your trust and all that. But then that can also go under CPM, because your business, believe it or not, when you hear wealthy people say about tax write-off, if you put yourself in the LLC, like I explained earlier, everything will be, when you hear people say nothing's in my name, that's what they're doing. They're using their business to put everything. So say you got the business. That business can put money into your 401k. That business can put stuff into your high yield savings. It ain't just about putting aside money for fuel, maintenance, repairs to your van. It's not just that. It also can pay for the 401ks. It can pay for the life insurance. Like I just said, you insure the van, you are the asset moving the van. It can pay your life insurance. It can pay your medical insurance. That's why companies do it for their employees, because that's a tax write-off for the company when they do 401k matches and all that. So you can do that. Now, the debt to income ratio is where people mess up, and it goes back to what Nelson said. They make money and keep spending money. Just because you make more money don't mean you need to spend money. Just because you get $1 a mile per load, and again, you should be if you've been rocking with your boy, you should be over $1 a mile by now. But just because you get $1 a mile per load, your lifestyle should not look like $1 per mile per load. So if you know your CPM is, and remember, I told you what I did. I rounded my CPM up to 40 cents, even though the van don't need 40 cents to come on. I rounded it up to that. So it'll be that extra money that I just told you about we put aside. So if your lifestyle is 35%, maybe round it up to 40. And that's that extra money you put aside. And that 20% should be allocated not to your personal life. That's what we just talked about. That's the debt to income ratio. You're a business now. That 20% should be factored back into you as the business. Because your COL, your cost of living, you should have already raised that up. If you 35 cents a mile, this is an example, and you raise it to 40 cents a mile, that means that 5 cents a mile. I'm finna do it on the calculator because you think I'm playing, because it adds up. Y'all talk about me. Baby bags. At a baby bag, let's say I did 4 baby bags a week. 4 baby bags a week because baby bags are going up now. If y'all ain't been paying attention to your boy. Baby bag minimums now are at $375, $400. So we're going to say 400 times, I'm going to be nice because I know everybody ain't in the same situation. That's 3 baby bags a week. That's 1,200. That means 4,800 a month. At 5 cents, that means $240 a month. So that means if you're operating at 40 cents on the mile, and I say put that extra 5 cents, that extra $240 right there. Now, I just told you, sometimes the insurance policy is $100. You just put yourself in the business mindset of taking care of yourself and your family by covering yourself. If you set it up, it sounds crazy. That $240 can be going towards a trust fund. You don't never see it. $240 towards a trust fund. That extra, say 5%, automatically to a trust fund. But remember, your business matches. So that means your business is getting 40 cents. So that means the extra 5 cents over there. So that 240 times 2 is 480. So that means you put money in your trust fund and your business, because you don't work for no employer no more. Your business is matching you. So that's 480. 480. But remember, we're not treating our life like personal. So your boy BG, I'm treating my life like a business. I'm going to find $20 extra a month that the business ain't even looking at. And I'm going to make it 500 because I can find $20. $20 for some of us is going to McDonald's. I'm going to go one less time a month. $20 for some of us is something as simple as getting a couple of cans, going at this rate, at the rate we live in today, is going to the corner store to get some snacks and take $20. I'm going to find it. So $500, because I'm paying myself and the business is matching myself, that 5% extra, times 12 is $6,000 a year. I'm not even going to make you do 20. I'm going to just say 10 years. At 10 years, that means at 10 years of you doing that consistently for 10 years, that means your trust fund got 60,000. Now, imagine if you're doing this, say your spouse works, and they don't have to, and they match the same contribution. That could be 120. But if there's just one person in the house works, it's 60,000. Last time I checked, 60,000 pays for a funeral. Now, granted, I'll tell you one of my beliefs. Y'all do whatever you want with it. BG, I'm cremated. All my stuff set up. The urn, all that. All I ask is every time y'all go travel somewhere, take a scoop, put a little baggie in it, and take me out there, sprinkle me in the ocean, because you don't need to put BG in to pay an extravagant member. I treat my life. I don't. It's not personal. It's just business. My personal side, I know family members be like, put me in the ground. Again, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just giving myself an example. It's business. If my family goes spend out of that 60,000, spend 40,000 on a funeral for me. Yes, I know my family will love me. They miss me. My wife will come see me. My kids will come see me. At the time, possibly my grandkids. But if you actually think about it, sometime by the third generation, ain't nobody coming out there to see that 40,000 casket that's in the ground that you can't see, and that headstone ain't nobody coming to take care of. I want you to think about yourself and your loved ones. Outside of your mother, outside of your kids, maybe even your grandparents. When the last time you went and checked on your great-great-grandpa? When the last time you checked on your auntie on your dad's side? That's not how BG works. So I don't take it personal, because it's just business. So how I just told you that $500 again, $500, I know it's not easy for everybody. I was just giving you the 5%. Your 5% might be $100 a month. It might be. It all depends on how you're looking at your life for your debt to income ratio and how to flip your money, because that's how you start turning yourself into a business and not looking at it from the personal standpoint. Because I know, just like me, I know some of y'all can go back and be like, man, I remember in 2010, I got a $5,000 bonus. I remember during the pandemic, the politics and the president, he gave us 2 stimulus checks. Some people got a 600, some people got 1,200. What we do? I need a new TV. Them same new TVs we get every Black Friday. I don't even know how that happens. I be wanting to know what people do. Like, you got 3 TVs last Black Friday. What you doing that you need 3 more this time? I don't know, but I don't ask questions. But I'm just saying, using that for an example, that money, it's not personal, it's business. Straight on over into that trust fund money, straight on over in that high yield savings account, straight on over into the savings account. Start how you have to start. But either way it go, you have to eventually stop saying it's not personal, it's just business. And it's not business, it's just personal, and flip the saying around to actually mean what it's supposed to mean. It's not personal. Stop taking it personal. You are a business. Move like a business. Think about all the YouTube and content creators, and they'd be like, oh, we making money. That's because people are looking at them like a business. I know some people had a gripes and complaint. They make too much, just like athletes and all that. Either way it go, they're a business. We're watching them. They're running up views. They're making some, even if it's $2. Even if it's $5, they making some type of money, and that $5 can go somewhere. Let me highlight the fam, because I know y'all over here. I see them comments moving. Is URLs okay to use? I don't see nothing wrong with them, especially when because we got one, but I don't see nothing wrong with them because you just putting money somewhere. URLs operate a little different than a regular life insurance plan. And URL is something that you can borrow from and borrow against, like borrowing against your own money. They put a certain percentage depending on what company you go with. They put a certain percentage into a guaranteed stock, so it generates returns. It just ain't like no windfall on all at once, but it generates returns. And after so many years, that return generates enough money you can borrow against and all that. Say you don't never borrow against it because it makes 2 pots of money. And say you got $400,000 life insurance. When something goes wrong, you pass away, say that $400,000 you've been paying into, your family gets that money, but say that percentage that they've been picking from that's making good interest over there in that second pot, say it gets up to $275. That means your family gonna get a check for $675. Go find your representative and get all the exact details, because it flips. It's different for each one, and they all got their own stipulations. But yeah, everything works. The whole thing is you have to just make sure you treat yourself like a business, so that way, because it's not personal, and we all live personally. And then as soon as something happening, now all of a sudden we got GoFundMe's, fish fries, because that person didn't treat themselves like a business. Because I'm pretty sure if I do it like this, say the average working person just started working at 20, just at 20, and say, I'm going to just say 20 years, 20 to 40. Now I'm going to say 60 because I want people to live. 20 to 60 is 40 years. If they can't do nothing else but find a way to put aside from 20, $83 a month. Again, I just said $20. It's what I'm saying. Money is different. $83 a month. I know it's going to be rough, but $83 a month for 40 years. They get you 40,000 in whatever fund that you put it in, and that ain't including interest rates and with all that great stuff. But you got to start treating yourself like a business. But join the grind. But join the grind setters. But join the grind said as well. Teach you, hey BG, wave the bush. I'm only doing it because it's drive time. This is all he's talking about. He's talking about the cargo van book. The book don't go over that type of stuff. That's something totally different. That talks about the business stuff. It does touch on some of the stuff you need to do for yourself, insurance wise, and as well as the van and all that. But it goes as well. Just join, my bad if you went over that. Nah, you good, fam. Nah, I don't never mind answering questions. Does that include investing for the inheritance? Yes. I might have talked to it too fast, but when you do CPM, because remember I just said a business match, I don't want to lose nobody, so I'm gonna go over this. Remember I said 35, 35, 30. But remember I told you on mine, my CPM ain't 35. I round up to 40 cents. But let's just say you rounded up to 40 cents and you lived your life on the 40-40-20 rule. That extra 5 cents that you covered on the COL, cost of living, and the extra 5 cents on the CPM, whatever that 5 cents a mile looks like at the end of the month. So again, I know I'm not going to break it down by loads. Let's just say on average, if you do 10,000 miles a month at $1 a mile, that means that goes $500. I know everybody don't do 10,000 miles in a month, but 10,000 miles in a month. The only reason I'm using this because it is doable. You've watched your boy do it multiple times, make 5 figures in a month. You watch me do it. So it's doable. Hey, we got grind setters in here that now hit the 5-figure marks a month. $10,000 at 5 cents a mile, that extra that you put up, because that's why you asked about the investing on both sides. That's $500. I'm going to make my CPM do the exact same thing. That means if I got 5 cents over here from my personal life and I say price match, because you are a business now, you price matching like you did it for 9 to 5 when they took money out for your 401k, your business, their company said, I'll price match you, and they price match you. Now you price matching your business and your personal life. So that means you'll be putting away $1,000 a month at 10,000 miles. And after 12 months, I know every month ain't going to be 10,000 miles, but you get it. That'll be 12,000 a year. That's how you putting that away for that inheritance. So let's just stick with that number at 12,000 a year, because you don't see it. You remember, when you make a deal with that, you stick with it, because you run it into a business, not a personal. So at $12,000 a year, and again at 10 years, that's $120,000 that's gonna be in your inheritance. Somebody that ain't even including the life insurance. But I'm trying to get you to see, when you watch wealthy people don't have life insurance because they make enough for one. They not like the politician talking about $250. That ain't enough to live on. I'm talking about the wealthy people. They don't have it. But if you think about it, if you do that enough and put enough money in, if you have an insurance policy, this is my thinking. Say, because I know everybody don't pay for the high insurance policy. If you got an insurance policy that's worth $50,000, at the 5-year mark, you'll be at that rate right there. At the 5-year mark, you'll be at $60,000. I'm not telling you to get rid of the insurance policy. Keep that. But if it's something that's on term and it ends at a certain time, you no longer need to put that money into that insurance policy, because you already put it away for your inheritance in some type of market that's making some type of money or stashed away. But yes, you put it away at the same time. Mr. and Miss Quick, can you answer below? I might have missed something. Yes, but I am off today. Okay, that's what we're doing. Yep. Explain what a UIL is, BG. I just did. So I think that I just did. That's basically what did y'all catch that? Make sure. Let's see. Did I explain it? Yep. So I'll just, in case somebody, because it's on the screen. UIL again. It's just money. It's like an insurance policy. It's the same thing. It ain't the best. It ain't saying it's the best, but I'm naming all the different ones that pop in my head. So basically, you play into an insurance policy. Say you pay $100 for a $200,000 coverage. Out of that $100, think of it like a house or a car. They take out of that $100, say they take $20. They put $80 towards the $400,000 coverage. and the $20 they put into some type of market that has guaranteed returns, according to them, at like 3%. While that 400,000 is working, remember that 80 is going towards that 400,000. That percentage that they're making, they also slide that back over after like 5 years, maybe 10 years. It's different for each one. Say that pot gets up to 50,000. You can now borrow against that money. You have to pay it back, but you can borrow against that money if you need something and then pay it back. Some have an interest payment, some don't. Some, it depends on the company. But that way you still have some type of insurance. But if something goes wrong and you never borrow against it, you never touch it, you still, and something happens, so you get the insurance money and you get whatever interest money that it made in the market that they put it in. It's a bunch of different types. It's more ways to do this. I was just using that for an example, but I hope that helps. You recommend any CPAs, financial advisors, and trust in Texas? It's kind of so my mom is one, but she ain't open for business. I know somebody in the community, they won, but they not open for business. I got a cousin that does the trust part. I would have to check if he even open for business because he's a lawyer. It's crazy because on my I'm gonna share this with y'all one day. I'm gonna put it together. But when I first started this years ago, I started podcasting and I was trying to connect people like what you're talking about. And I met a bunch of CPAs, met a bunch of financial advisors, a bunch of lawyers, both trust, and also one of the lawyers was in what's it called? When you marketing your when you're protecting your logos and your name, your brand. I forgot the name of it. Y'all will tell me, but I met one of those. And so what it was, I was trying to show like-minded people, the everyday person that does this kind of stuff that you would never know in whatever area. And we would do podcasts to see how they got there, because I wanted the young people to learn how to do it and see if that was something that they like. But I would have to go through that list and see if where they're at, for one, because I know one of them was a marketing agency and he moved to the UK. So I got to see if some of these people are still in business. I'll make a list of that and I'll put it somewhere, probably in the community, of those different people. Universal Life is not the better agent for savings, but still a great tool to cover you and your family. Yes, that's what thank you for putting it. I was trying to say that, but you put it in better words. Thank you to Quicks, because I didn't know. Don't worry, we got you. Yes, you explained. Okay. You explained it very well. Thanks, BJ. Okay. Trademark. Yes, that I gotta try. I know a trademark lawyer. That trademark lawyer is out in Georgia. So, and she does great things. So I'm gonna get all the list of those names of those people. So, because you might need a trademark. I don't know. Oh man, is everybody still here? I'm sorry about that. Oh man, everybody still here? Let me see something in this chat. Let me see what's going on. Are y'all still here with me? I see it's counting, making sure I ain't going nowhere. Can y'all hear me? Yep, volume's going. Let's see if I move this off the screen. Sorry about that. Boy, I swear it's crazy out here. This Texas weather. Texas. All right, y'all still here. Man, sorry about that. Now, what were we talking about? Talking about trademarks? Okay. Oh, no, you frozen. I'm coming back. Yep, you know better than anybody. Sorry about that little pause. And y'all should have started singing or something. Kumbaya. Man, did that happen in a great segue. So, how we talk about is personal, it's not business. And we, yeah, I was still talking until the screen went black. But when we talk about personal, not business, it's crazy how that works. Because just right then, that fast, in the snap of the fingers, everything went dark. That means if this was real life, everything goes dark. I hope my family be straight, but my family be straight. But then that's what I tell y'all when I say that the cemetery is already rich. Cemetery is the richest place on earth because people treated their life like it's personal versus business and didn't get all that stuff out there into the world. And by not getting it out there into the world, they took their business and put it back into the grave. The grave is full of unwritten books. It's full of unwritten songs, art that's never going to get made, ideas that's innovative that we'll never know. Just like that went black with BG, I would have to do some other research and everything in my head would have been gone. And that's what it means when it don't treat yourself like a business. Now, don't get me wrong. There are great ones that when they treated themselves like a business, they might be gone, but we still can read their books. Might be gone. We still can watch all the Black Panthers and all the amazing movies that Chadwick Boseman made. They might be gone, but we can still listen to all the amazing music. But right now, it's a lot of people out there that's saying it's not personal, it's just business, but in reverse. It's not business, it's just personal. And they will never, ever, and we'll never know about them or their ideas, their books, their anything, because they did not treat themselves like a business, because you are a business. Now, with that being said, let me make sure I got all these comments. I'm going to play catch up right quick, especially since it went out on me. Well, Grind Setters, this ain't nothing new. I'm very happy everyone is enjoying this information. Yep, I'm glad y'all stuck around with me, fam. I love y'all. I appreciate that. String cut, I thought it was my connection. Nope, it just be me. I don't know if it be the weather. I don't know if it be my boys. I don't know. Got the fastest upgraded internet, and always something happen. Did something happen? Yeah, T-Dub, it was me. It was me. With the Storms in Texas, stream go out for a bit all the time. Mrs. about to Mr. Drive Time, if he was on the screen, he would. That might be a good idea. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that one time. Y'all just gave me an idea. Right. DT, you up. Okay, everybody's still here. What up, fam? JT from Buffalo. I usually miss the live and have to watch it on Monday. Nice to be here with y'all and meet everyone. Fam, it's nice to meet you too. But either way it go, I appreciate you for even playing catch up. Welcome back. Good to be back. Not trying to go. Lost a few. Hey, I'm not mad. Lost a few folks. Glad y'all for staying. Hopefully they got the information they needed before they got up out of here. Yep. Welcome, JT. We appreciate you, family. Good to be live with you as well. Hey, I heard somebody say that before I am my brother's keeper, and they said, yes, I am. After they told me his business, not personal, New Jack City, Nino Brown. See, yeah, we laughing at Mr. Dry Time because he like me. We watch movies and we be remembering them quotes. We be remembering them quotes. But yes, that's what I want y'all to take away from what we talked about tonight. I know it's gonna do some researching. I'm kind of ahead with this live. But then again, I told y'all before, when I see certain things that dictate it, the things going on in the world, the things I see people dealing with and going through, even though we was going to talk about insurance and how to do your business and how to do all that, because right now we're talking about building the business right now. But when we start getting into that next year, because remember I just told you how you set your legacy up, for example, that 5%, even though you might be doing price match, it can go a bunch of different ways. Instead of the business price matching you when it gets to a certain point. Maybe you got, I don't know, 5 kids. Why didn't the business start price matching them 1% a kid? You see what I'm saying? Because you can't put your family on the business payroll because that's how they get medical debt. I'll teach y'all all that later. That's what I'm talking about. What's going to come down the pipeline in the future. But no, that's all I had. I hope that worked. I hope that made sense. I hope everybody got something out of that. Again, I appreciate y'all for sticking with me through the outage and hanging in there for those few minutes. But yes, that's what it is. I want y'all to stop looking at life as though it's not business, it's just personal. And I want y'all to put a spin on things and start looking at things as it's not personal, it's just business. Understand it, because I know the movie made it a negative connotation, but I want you to turn it into a positive. And it's not personal, it's just business. Matter of fact, if y'all don't know what I'm even talking about, one video just dropped earlier a couple of hours ago. The wife got that out where it even started. We're starting to talk about the strategies in business. That video's out, it's up. Watch it, because we finna start breaking that down in the next 3 videos from the video that y'all see today. But don't worry, it'll make sense once y'all watch it. Don't forget, if you need your boy for anything, got the one-on-ones, got all the stuff that you need in the description. Cargo van trackers, cargo van books, one-on-ones, and don't forget that St. Louis meetup. And I'm gonna tell you one, when I say it's not personal, it's just business. If y'all haven't caught on, for those that you don't know, and I'm finna make it sure it's known, because y'all know y'all ain't all went to the link in the description to click it, that I don't like surprises, and I know y'all don't like surprises and you put money apart. The St. Louis meetup is already scheduled for June 27, and those that were at the Houston meetup, the price is the same. It's $40 for each one. It's gonna be $40 when we go to Cincinnati. It's gonna be $40 when we get to Atlanta. Why? Because it's not personal, it's just business. It's not personal for me. It's just business. And the way that you're going to grow your network, the same way I told you about, I know the different lawyers, the different people that do marketing and all that. The only way you're going to grow your network is if you get in the room with the other people. Grow your network, grow your network. So that's why it's not about, let me bust you over the head for $500. No, it's $40 because that gets you in the room. We're going to eat. We're going to break bread together because we already do over here. So yeah, St. Louis meetup, June 27th, link in the description. Anything else you need, join the Grind City community. All that stuff's in the description. But yeah, that's all I got. We about to get up out of here because I want y'all to get some rest so y'all can go get them bags starting tomorrow. If you already got the Friday pickup, Monday drop off, I'm proud of you. Don't forget, start putting that percentage away so you start investing in yourself. Treat yourself like a business because it ain't personal. It's just business. So yeah, that's all I got. Let's see. Make sure I got everything clear. Great advice, Dr. Graham. I love y'all. Oh, look at this. Niche region downtime. That's what the video that was dropped today. And we're going to break them 3 topics down in each video over the next 3 videos. So make sure y'all stay tuned and check them out when they come out. So with that being said, we finished for the night. You already know what you got to do if you're riding and you're driving. Just focus on the road and use your ears and listen. But for everybody else, know what time it is. Close them eyes and bow them heads. Lord God, we once again come to say thank you because you blessed us with not just another day, but another week that we can get through and come back together. We ask that you continue to watch over us and our family and provide the provisions that we need, not just to survive, but to live according to your will, according to your name, so that we may leave that legacy for those that come behind us, Lord. We understand that for anybody to follow in our footsteps, we must first take the first step. And that's the way we need to do it, Jesus. And we ask that you help us take that first step. Walk alongside of us. We thank you for carrying us along the way on these paths, but we ask now that you walk alongside of us and show us the way. Direct us in the way that we need to go so that we can direct those that come behind us and leave a legacy for them to build upon. I just ask that you watch over us as we go through this week. Keep us safe and sound. Help us with our nourishment in our bodies. Help us with the mental things that we have to do that comes with emotional, as well as knowing when we need to be logical. I just ask these and many more blessings to keep us safe until we all meet again. And let us all say it, amen. Just like that, fam. We done. So you already know what I want you to do. Stay safe. Start looking at how yourself becomes that business. Start focusing on what you need to do for yourself so that you can not be a business and look at things personal, but because it's not personal, it's just business. Focus on that. Be safe. Do everything you need to do to come back next week so we can chop it up again. But as always, outside of getting them bags, until the next video, y'all stay blessed.